Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're returning. We appreciate you regardless of how you're getting here. Before we get started with today's Fire/Pyro Aggro GOAT format deck, we have GOAT format, Edison, Tengu, half format, and all the more niche retro formats. So if you guys like that, subscribe for more. Now let's get straight into it. We call it Fire/Pyro because every single monster in the deck is a fire type, but maybe only 90% of them are pyro. There's a few that aren't pyro. But it's an aggro deck. It's win condition is definitely beating down your opponent. Inherently built into like pyro monsters is burning, so we burn them a little bit too. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's show you what we're working with. If you guys have any suggestions, obviously leave them down below. We're always looking to learn and expand based off the community input, so we appreciate you. All right, we got three Thestalos, the Firestorm Monarch, one of the few monarchs that actually exist in GOAT format. Of the original ones. So I think there's like four, right? There's Mobius, Thestalos. God, I can't say that to save my life. There's a Grangmorg, whatever he's called, the Earth one. And then there's Zaborg, obviously. One of the better ones, along with Mobius. But Thestalos, the Firestorm Monarch, when he's tributed, discards a card from your opponent's hand at random. If it's a monster card, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to its level times 100. So like I said, some pyro monsters have burn built into them. Here's another one that has it. Solar Flare Dragon. During each end phase, you're going to inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So that's good because he has 1500 attack in his own right. And then, you know, whatever he does damage-wise. We have some ways of boosting their attack, by the way, as well. So we'll get into that later. But 500 each end phase can come in clutch. It can go for game, for sure. Next up, we have 3 Blazing Inpachi. Blazing Inpachi is one of those weird ones with 1850 attack. Whoever thought of that at Konami should have been fired. No, I'm just playing. It was good back then when you wanted to just barely get them over the hump of like those original 1800 beaters. Let's get this ugly reprint out of the way and get these first edition IOCs on top. But yeah, he's one of the bigger ones. He's a vanilla, but he's stronger, so we'll play him. Then we got 3 Spirit of Flames. This card can only be special summoned by removing 1 fire monster in your graveyard from play, and he increases the attack of himself by 300 points during your battle phase. So he will become 2000 attack. So he's definitely a beater. Next up, we have 3 UFO Turtle. This is one of those few non-pyro fire types that we have. It is the recruiter of the deck. When it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can select 1 fire monster with 1500 less attack from your deck and special summon it. So that's why you really want to play Solar Flare Dragon, because it's one of your only other targets aside from UFO Turtle itself. And then these 2 guys right here are your other 2 targets. They're also non-pyro. Ultimate Baseball Kid is one of the biggest monsters in the deck. I know he looks small at 500 attack, but this dude is fucking girthy. He increases the attack of this card by 1,000 points for each fire monster on the field other than this card. So he can get up to like 4,500 attack. Oh, I mean, shit. It says on the field, so your opponent, if they have a fire too. Nobody's really playing fire in the GOAT meta, but if they have some fires too, take it for what it's worth. It'll get even bigger. And you can send 1 other fire monster other than this card to the graveyard to inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent's life points. So he can help go for a game as well. And then the final 2 monsters of the deck, we have 1 Inferno and 1 Breaker the Magical Warrior. Breaker is obviously just Breaker. He breaks shit. So we play him just as a generic monster. But Inferno, this card can only be special summoned by play 1 fire monster, just like Spirit of Flames. When this card destroys an opponent's monster and sends it to the graveyard, as a result of battle, you inflict 1,500 points of damage to your opponent's life points. So this guy can put the burn on. It's basically a burn aggro deck. That's how we should probably rename it. All right, that's it for the monsters. If you have any suggestions, let me know down below. Let's move on to the spells and traps. What does the description say? A wicked wooden spirit now burning in flames. Its fire attack is powerful, but it will soon be nothing but ashes. Oh shit. That's a little bit of, what's it called, foreshadowing for his other version, Charcoal Inpachi, the one with like 2100 defense. We opted to not play him though. Alright, to start with, we got the phone, car keys, and your wallet. You don't want to leave home without them. These are the 3 best cards in GOAT format. all ban worthy, all insanely powerful 1-ofs. Draw 2, draw 3, discard 2 from your opponent. You got to play them. Next up, we have 1 Snatch Steal. Helps us go for game a little easier. 1 Premature Burial helps us swarm the field and go for game easier. We opted for the 1 Brain Control. I like to play a single Brain Control in decks where I play Tributes. So we're playing the 3 Thestalos. There, I got it that time. Nothing else that would matter for. Obviously, there's no way to fusion it off. This isn't Edison, so we can't synchro it off. It's strictly for Thestalos. Obviously, you can just take their monster and beat them with it and gets it out of the way for a turn as well, so it's not the worst. But tributing with the Monarchs, 1 Brain Control felt right for this deck. And then we have the 1 Heavy Storm, the 1 MST. We're an aggro deck. We're trying to swing for games, so this is going to help make our life a little easier by clearing out those back row threats. Because we play the 3 UFO Turtle, we're opting to play 2 Creature Swap. This is going to allow us to get them on the field, to our opponent's side of the field. You give it to them, you beat over it, and then it goes to your graveyard, and its effect triggers so that you summon out another monster from deck. Also, we have the Stalos, so that's another way of... I mean, shit, if you have UFO Turtle on field, Thestalos... now I can't say it again. Thestalos in hand, you're super lit because you can give them UFO Turtle, then tribute their monster with Thestalos, and then attack over UFO Turtle. There's a good amount of use for it in this deck. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's get these out of here. All right, we are an aggro deck. We're playing 2 Smashing Ground. I always associate this card with aggro decks. So, in my opinion, 2 is mandatory in any aggro deck at least. And then we have 2 Noblemen of Crossout. Again, we're trying to clear threats out of the way. It's semi-limited. You can't play more than that. But 2 probably feels right regardless. We just want to get stuff out of the way so we can attack directly. Our win condition is definitely via battle damage, so we have to get shit out of the way. Okay. Traps. We got 1 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential Tribute, and 1 Ring of Destruction. Cards are insane, all limited to 1, so we play them. We got the 1 Call of the Haunted to help swarm the field, same as Premature Burial. We just want to get shit back on the field. Also, this one has unique interactions with the fact that Baseball Kid can gain attack and then tribute, so you really want to keep swarming the field because of Baseball Kid. Honestly, he's usually my first target off UFO Turtle, unless Solar Flare Dragon is somehow going to go for game immediately. But yeah, we're playing 1 Dust Tornado. You can potentially take out some of those staples and play 2 Dust Tornado. I'm opting for at least 1 to help clear that back row so that we feel safe going for game. And then finally, we have 2 Sakuretsu Armor. I typically shy away from Sakuretsu Armor in decks that are more aggro, but I opted to not play the Fire Field spell that would give attack boost. So if I played that somehow by messing with ratios elsewhere, I probably would have left out Sakuretsu Armor because the likelihood of them having monsters that could beat over my monsters would have been, it would have been less likely, right? But since I didn't play that, I opted for more just generic staples. I opted to play 2 Sakuretsu Armor because, let's be real, Solar Flare Dragon is weak. I actually lied to you guys earlier in the video. I forgot that I wasn't playing the field spell. I told you I had a way to boost their attack. The only guy who's getting boosted is going to be literally the Baseball Kid. That is another variant of the deck, though. I'm sure there's profiles out there if you want to take a look at those. And hell, we'll probably even switch it up here soon and make those changes ourselves. All right, guys, that's it. If you got guys like Goat, Edison, Tengu, and Hat Format, we do it all here. So subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.